Hello, good morning. Heather from Heather's Zenful Crochet here, and welcome. Welcome to day 13 of our 100-day countdown to Halloween. So, day 13. So that means we have 13 days till Halloween. So, I used to have this tradition with my kids where on the first day of the 13 days of Halloween, so like today, it's 13 days till Halloween. That is the day we would carve our pumpkins and set them out on the porch. That was my tradition that I did with my kids for many years. So the 13th day, kind of a little sentimental to me. 13, Friday the 13th, and 13 just kind of has that eerie, spooky factor about it. So that's why I always chose 13 days to Halloween, the 13th day, to carve our pumpkins. So it is October 19th, 13 days till Halloween. So that is a little bit of a special day in my book. So we are going to be looking for number 19 on our little Halloween Advent calendar day today. And it is right up top in the very middle right here. So let's see what it says. Oh, it looks like it's a werewolf eating a hot dog. Right here in the middle. Can you see it? Let's see what this joke is about. It says, what kind of hot dogs do werewolves like best? You ready for this one? Halloweeners. What? Halloweeners. That's just... that's weird. Get over there. Okay. I'll be pulling up the pattern here in just a second. It is another free pattern from my saved Instagram list. This one's a little different, guys. I hope you don't mind. I saw these and they are super cute, and I wanted to try them in blanket yarn. It is not an amigurumi. It is a mini tapestry. Well, they call it a mini Halloween tapestry. I'm going to do the little pumpkin one. The purple one with the pumpkins. I hope you don't mind. I really, really want to make this. I have done some tapestries before, and I thought these were just so adorable, and I really want to see what it looks like in Bernat blanket yarn. Pattern is by Yarn Crafts by Fennie, Fennie, here on Instagram. Checked out their profile. Looks like their thing is pretty much the tapestry stuff, and they do have other Halloween tapestries if you are interested. But of course they use I think it was cotton yarn that they used. So if you make it in blanket yarn, obviously it's going to be bigger. Yeah, they use a 3mm hook and cotton yarn to do theirs. I am going to use a 5.5mm hook with Bernat blanket yarn. And you need a dowel rod or a stick of some kind. I do have dowel rods, so this is the dowel rod I'm using. So, yeah, you chain 22. I gotta get to the right pattern. There we go. Yeah, chain 22. Hopefully that fits on this rod. Let's try it out. I didn't try any of this out before I hit record. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, we're gonna chain 22. I'm gonna do pretty tight chain to make sure it's gonna fit on our little dowel rod. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2. Oh yeah, that's almost perfect actually. Like that. This is the ends. That's perfect. I don't know what size dowel rods these are. Let me see if I can get to my package over here of my dowel rods and see if I have the label on them. And I do not. I think I got these at Hobby Lobby. I think they look like they're 12 inches. But as far as the diameter, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so in case anybody wants to make one with blanket yarn as well, yeah, it's 12-inch dowel rod. 5 or 6 millimeter, I think it's what they go by for diameter. That's the ones that I have. Obviously, you can use something smaller or thicker, or just go outside and get a stick. That would look cool. Oh, I don't know why I'm putting that up. So yeah, those are the dowel rods that I have. Goodness sake. Oh, I didn't show you my colors. Bernat blanket I'm going to use in this color, just pretty close to the Premier Basic Chenille color, kind of. This one's a little bit deeper. This color is, burgundy plum. Beautiful, beautiful purple. And for my pumpkin, I am using Bernat Blanket Bright. I haven't used this orange yet, I don't believe, in our videos. And this is Carrot. Look at that. That's just going to be beautiful together. And you do use black for the eyes of the pumpkin. And then you need a little bit of green for the stem. So I'm going to use Kiwi and Premier Basic Chenille. So look at those colors together. That is just chef kiss in my book. Love it. I really am kind of like... So, okay. I love like neon colors. I grew up in the 90s. I was a teenager during the 90s. I graduated high school in 97. So I was born in 79. So I was a little too young for the 80s. So the 90s is my thing. And if any of you grew up in the 90s, neon colors were very big. I was really into neon colors back then. And the Lisa Frank stuff, we had all the folders of Lisa Frank. So I really love bright colors. But if you come to my house, my aesthetic is not that way. I don't like the bright, flashy colors in my house. So my house is reds, like a brick kind of red color, and brown. So those are the colors of my house. Red is one of my favorite colors as well. It has almost beat out my purple. Purple's been my favorite color for many, many years. But I have really gravitated towards red, especially for my kitchen. I have lots of red stuff in my kitchen. And the red truck, you know, that carries like the Christmas tree and stuff. I love that decor. I collect that kind of stuff as well. So red has really become high on my favorite list. And now slime green is up there as well. So red, slime green, and purple are my 3 top favorite colors. Like, that's just odd. Like, right? Yeah. I do love orange as well. I love earthy tones, but I love neon colors. I don't know. It's just crazy, isn't it? Like, how do you decide what you're gonna use for colors or decorate with when you have that range of favorite colors? Okay, so I am going to get started with our little tapestry, and of course it's all in rows because it's tapestry. So we are going to do single crochet across the bottom here. And if you have never done tapestry before, so you work from the bottom up, and then the last row of the top of the tapestry is when you crochet it onto your dowel rod. So this is the bottom, and then we'll be working our way up the tapestry. I'm really excited for this. I really kind of do like the tapestry type crochet. I think it's just beautiful. And I was going to look her up. I forget. Oh my gosh. I don't remember. She has just beautiful work, and she's gotten into crochet or tapestry kind of with her chunky yarn. She uses like gosh, what is the yarn? Sweet Snuggles, I think, for her yarn. What is her name? Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to have to look it up and put her name up here on the screen of who I am thinking about. But she does amigurumi and does pattern designing. Blonde lady, just super sweet. She has a very beautiful color palette she uses. But she has put out some patterns lately of kind of like tapestry, but the pictures on it are more like appliques, and then you sew the applique to the tapestry base, which I think is really cool. She came out with some really cute Halloween ones. I thought about making some of those because they're just freaking adorable. So yeah, you do, for hers, you make like your base tapestry square. You make your applique shape and you sew it onto your tapestry square. It's just so dang cool. Really cool patterns from her. And she uses her chunky yarn. So that is why I got the idea to use chunky yarn from this, is from her. I'm like, that is a really cute idea. I have made one other tapestry of my own design. It's sitting over there. Maybe I'll grab it here. I'll grab it for you guys real quick so I can show it to you. Okay, so for this design, I did make one in cotton yarn, and then I made one in blanket yarn. So the one in cotton yarn could be used, I mean, it's a long one, but could be used as like a coaster or something like that. If you can read that, F-A-F-O. And I made one in blanket yarn that says F-A-F-O. Let me know down in the comments, comment F-A-F-O if you know what this means. So, I thought it would be funny to have a tapestry that said that. Now the back, I need to like sew on some felt on the back, because those, usually I carry my yarn through, but this one I did floats. I don't think I like the floats. I like carrying the yarn through so you don't have all that mess in the back. Yeah, that is my own design that I designed in, I gotta think of the website. Oh gosh. Shoot, now I can't think of the name of that website. Is it Pixley or something like that? Anyway, it's a website where you can make your own design or put in a picture, and it will pixelate it for you so you can crochet it into a tapestry or a blanket or something. It's not, if I think of the name of that website, I'll put the name of that website here on the screen somewhere. But yeah, it's a really cool website that helps you do that. Make pictures so you can make blankets and tapestries. Okay, so let's see. I did that. Oh, second row I did wrong. Oh. Okay, so the second row is kind of weird. You do a half double chain one and skip the next stitch, and you repeat that across the row. That is odd. I've never seen a tapestry do that before. Maybe it gives it a different texture that they're looking for. Get through there. Oh my gosh. Skip. Okay, and then... oh, half double in the next. Yeah, I've never done this before for a tapestry. It's kind of unique. I think it's going to give it kind of a texture look to it, is why they're doing it. So that's interesting. Okay. This is just going to be some repeat rows for a bit. So I'm going to continue with this. Let's see. Got a couple rows of this before we start into our purple. So for Grimm, guys, we are on, just started episode 9 of season 5 for Grimm. So I'm going to get started on our Grimm, do a couple of repeat rows before we start into our purple, and we will see where we're at here in a bit. Alright, so this is what we're looking like so far. These I guess are just decorative for the bottom. First 3 baubles are done so far. Now we just do all purple across this row. So yeah, it's gonna be, I really do enjoy doing these. These are pretty fun. Nice little break from amigurumis, because sometimes you just run out of things to make with amigurumi, or you just get tired of making amigurumi after a bit. So this is a nice little break away from amigurumi. And depending on the design, it's pretty easy. And my first mistake, so here's what it's looking like so far. This bauble, so I got this bauble here. This bauble was supposed to be black. At least I realized it now. I only got a frog one bauble and changed to black instead of orange. Get in there. Oh my goodness. Okay, what are we doing here? Okay, now we change to black and make a black bauble. Now I've got 3 different colors on my tapestry here. And then I just carry all the colors through. I forgot to do that down here, so I've got an extra end to weave in down there because I forgot to carry it down there. But I am carrying the colors now, which means I'm just crocheting over the tails of all the other colors I'm not using. Alright, our first pumpkin is done. It does want to curl a bit because the baubles make it, you know, cinch it up just a smidge. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's only 2 pumpkins on this, I believe. I was thinking 3. Yep, nope. Only 2 pumpkins, so that's not bad. So now I am on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of just purple, and then we start into the next pumpkin. So there are some ends on the back that I'm probably going to have to weave in, but that's all right. Or, you know, you can always cut a piece of felt and glue or sew a piece of felt on it to hide the ends if you wanted to. I'll probably weave them in, see how it looks. If I still don't like the way the back, I mean, it's the back. It is what it is, but, you know, it's not like it's going to be hung up with that side out, so I will probably just weave in my ends. See how it looks. As, I mean, I do have felt, and I could glue felt onto it, but I don't know. We'll see how I feel. We still got a little bit before we get to that point, so, you know. I may feel differently by then. So guys, if you watched my video yesterday, you will know that we had my in-laws Halloween party yesterday. Went well. It was a long day. My husband and I went over there and we got things set up. Then we went to my grandson's soccer game. My husband, he went back over there to help finish getting ready for the party. My mother-in-law made a big pot of chili and a huge pot of chicken noodles. So he went back over there and helped her finish that up and helped finish getting everything else set up while I came home and tended to the dogs so they weren't locked up for too long by themselves. And then I went back into town. I got back to their house about 5 and people were showing up. My son and grandkids came and everybody was wearing their costumes. All the kids looked so cute. The kids had a blast. The kids just played, wore the costumes, ran around. There was 2 sets of bags, cornhole bags. The kids were playing with that. There was karaoke, so people were singing. My granddaughter, she's 1.5 years. She loves music, so she was out there dancing and just having a good old time. It was really fun. And it's a bring a dish to pass type thing, so it's like a, you know, buffet style with food. So there's all kinds of food and snacks and goodies and sweets. Had a big bonfire. People were sitting out at the fire. My in-laws have a pool table. People were playing pool. So yeah. It was a good time. There was a lot of people there this year. I think it was because of the weather. Some years, you know, it hasn't been great where not a whole lot of people showed. But this year there was a lot of people that showed up. The weather yesterday, so it rained yesterday morning. And then it cleared off. It was like partly cloudy all day and hot, and it was like 75, almost 80 degrees yesterday in the middle of October. We live in Illinois, the Midwest, so, you know, the weather we've had Halloween parties where it was freezing cold. This one, we were sweating. It was hot, and so, yeah. So the weather was great. It did start raining, sprinkling on us about 8:30-ish. By that time, about more than half of the people had left. So we just pulled anything that was outside. And they have a huge garage that the food and karaoke and stuff is set up in. So we just pulled everything into the garage and closed the garage doors, and the remaining people, we just hung out. continued to sing karaoke inside the garage, and my daughter and her friends were upstairs playing pool, and yeah, it was a good time had by all. It was fun. So yeah, that was my night last night. I haven't even had time to watch my own video from yesterday. Usually I watch my video as soon as I can after it publishes. Yep, I haven't been able to watch it yet. Okay, let's see if I've gotten my 5 purple rows done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Alright, now we will be starting into our second pumpkin. Alright guys, I'm gonna just watch some Grimm while I do this other pumpkin. That way I can kind of concentrate on counting my stitches and making sure I do the right color. Okay. Okay, so I'm working on this pumpkin, and I got the row with the eyes in it done and was starting to work on the next row of the orange above the eyes, and realized I had this row in the wrong spot. So I did find that there is a number error in the pattern. And there was an error in the first pumpkin too. So when you start the row that has the eyes, it says single crochet purple 4 times and then start the orange, but you don't. You're supposed to single crochet with the purple 2 times, not 4. That way the eyes and the placement of the baubles is correct. So just an FYI, if anybody is wanting to do this pattern, there is that little error in the pattern. That way your baubles are in the right spot for that row. Okay guys. Oh. Shoot. I forgot to make the handle to hang it. I crocheted it onto the dowel, but I forgot to make the handle. I guess I'll just reattach to that chain and then reattach on the other side. But anyway, this is our tapestry. They say to block it, but I don't know. Can you block blanket yarn? I don't know. I do need to weave in some ends on the back, but yeah, I like it. It's pretty cute. There's also a way, if you guys have seen it, I don't know if you guys have seen it, where I think a follower, I don't have any idea what her name is. I think it's like a foreign name maybe, but she does crochet with blanket bulky chenille yarn stuff, but then she cross stitches her pictures onto her stuff. It is amazing. I really want to try that too. That would be so cool. You could do that with this as well. How cool would that look? But yeah, you can see the pumpkin with the eyes and the stem, top and bottom. Yeah, I think it definitely may need some blocking done. And then just attach the handle, and then it's a tapestry and it can be done and hung up. They do have fringe on the bottom of theirs, but I'm not going to do the fringe. What do you guys think? Do you like this one? Should I have stuck with amigurumi? I really like it. something different. This did take me a while. This took me about 2 hours, if you can believe that or not. So all the color changing and the baubles takes a little bit of time. And then I still have to weave in ends, so you got to account for that time too. So there's not really that many ends to weave in, honestly, because I carried my yarn. So see, you can't really see the orange yarn on the front here, but on the back side you can, because you make sure when you're carrying the yarn, it's on the back side of your work. So if you see the yarn, it's on the back side, not the front. So a couple little tricks for that if you're interested in doing this and haven't done it before. And yeah, this is decorative with the holes in the top and the bottom here. I really like that little detail. That's pretty cool. This was by Yarn Crafts by Fennie, F-E-N-N-I-E on Instagram. I'll put a link to that pattern down in the description for you guys if you are interested. Let me know if you've done any tapestry crochet or not. It is a really cool way of making some cool wall art, and other than needing to be blocked and making sure your baubles are poking out, it's fun. I like doing it. Color changing doesn't really bother me. I don't mind color changing, so if color changing isn't your thing, this may not be a great thing for you, but let's put some pumpkins down in the comments if you've got to see the final reveal. This is going to be the final reveal. I don't think you guys care to watch me weave in ends. That's kind of silly, I think. I do have some blocking boards, so I may try to block it, see if it helps or not. We'll see. I just don't know if I have enough pins to do the blocking, honestly. That's the big thing. Having the pins to block it and to tack it down. Anyway, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not already so you don't miss out on all of our fun. And if you need some free Halloween patterns, make sure you go check out my playlist, 100 Days of Halloween Countdown playlist, to check out some other free patterns if you haven't seen my other videos. If you don't mind, do the share copy link for me as well. And that is going to be all for today, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.